Yeah, Kyrie, you guys made that run and chipped the game down to 3. And then you came up empty like 7 straight possessions. Sometimes that will kind of sap a team's comeback, but you guys showed a lot of resolve by coming back yet again. Why do you think you guys are different in that regard?
I think we're different because of just the conditioning that we're in. I think we've been proving it for the last few games, and then also just our depth. That's been crucial for us. And then our resolve after the shots don't go in. What does the next play look like, especially on the defensive end? So we're just paying attention to those details and how we can control the controllables. And teams are going to make shots and miss shots, but if we're the team that's not making shots, then we got to be able to lean on our defense a little bit more and stay in the game. So I felt like we did a great job of that tonight.
Exum was key down the stretch. Not his first moment where he's had a huge game, huge fourth quarter. What's it like for you guys in the locker room to see a guy to have his moment and be able to celebrate him?
It's exciting. It's a joyful moment, and as a young kid when you're first starting to play basketball, hopefully your coach has taught you how to celebrate other people's success. And, even to the professional ranks, encouraging someone positively goes a long way. He missed a few shots that were pretty wide open, and I'm sure he'll tell you that he wanted to make those just to create some separation for us. But he made the one that counted most and we needed most. And I just love the way we came to the bench after he missed those 2 shots, and we're just looking at each other like we're going to be fine. And those are those mature moments that you don't forget when you're looking at your brothers eye to eye, people that are in the game, people that aren't in the game, and they're telling you, they're assuring you like, hey, we got this. So we felt that pretty much all night. And
then I asked Dante about your transition pull-up 3. And he says he pretty much expects everyone to go in because they mostly do. Yeah. What is the combination of confidence and just willingness to take that shot, especially in big moments like that?
Yeah, no, it's goes back to the hours that are unseen. Just working on it pregame, working on it, practically my whole career, just trying to master different facets of my game. A lot of teams pretty much pressure me up the floor or try to make me drive. So if I have that in-between pull-up shot and it's a three-pointer, then I know that can either give us the lead or create a little pressure on the opposite team.
Kyrie, you said in the last game, this particular game would probably come down to a chess match, and it basically did. Yeah. Coach Kidd, call out that timeout. You come in, you hit that big shot. What it says, when it plays out the way that you kind of predicted, because and he talked about it before this game too. It's about making those adjustments. So what it says mainly about making those type of adjustments.
Yeah, as a lover of this game, of a lover of strategy, of mastery, of chess, of Weki, which is a Go game, Chinese Go game. You just become familiar with what your opponent wants to do beforehand. Kind of figure out what their unknown adjustments are in the first couple minutes, first 2 quarters, and then after that, after halftime, it's pretty much the will of the person that you're going against. So I think. For us, we just figured out what that looks like for us, possession by possession and quarter by quarter. And no matter if we're up or down, we just pretty much have that same mission in the forefront of our mind, which is continue to press, continue to push, continue to stay aggressive, and most importantly, stay poised emotionally, because anything could change in the game. Momentum could change in an instant of a snap of a finger. So we're just preparing for them to throw their best shot at us in the first 24 minutes. And then after that, coming in, out of halftime, we were waiting for kind of the rest of their adjustments, and they had none. So I think that's chess right there. It kind of tells you pretty much what's going to happen. Just wait for the right time to strike. So fortunate enough, we got the win, and we got stops in the timely.
Kyrie, you and your team come here to SAC now. We're able to steal 2 on the road. For you, you're fasting during the month of Ramadan. Is there something to be said about, you've had quite the run yourself during this month. Mm-hmm. You had some good performances. Would you attribute any of the physical benefits or anything beyond that to some of the good performances you've been having?
Yeah, I think I would start off by saying God is truly merciful and doing good acts, doing good deeds, not only during the month of Ramadan, but when you're fasting or when you're making that sacrifice physically, spiritually, emotionally, It does empower you. It does empower others. It is an energy force that you can spread to other people, not just Muslims. You know, a lot of people are watching me, and as well as I'm watching a lot of my other brothers and sisters take their journey. But to be able to do this at a very high level, such as professional sports, I don't take it for granted. I think, you know, me going out there and playing proves that God exists and that there is an entity out there protecting me and also protecting my brothers and sisters. So, you know, basketball becomes a small part of my day while I'm fasting. You know, I know how crazy that sounds to some people. Don't take it the wrong way, people at home. But it just, when you're really just focused on getting closer to yourself and God at that time, prayer, meditation, those things matter. And it goes a long way to help prepare me for games like this. You know, it's just living with the results, whether the shot's going or not, whether we win or not, just living with the results and knowing that I was grateful enough to wake up. That's all I can ask for.
You already talked about it, but yeah, how important is it for you guys to celebrate even when you're down and other things like that, just to know that, hey, I got your back, it's all good,
yeah,
let's get there?
I mean, it's hard to to stay in that celebratory energy when you're losing, right? Like it's the toughest thing to do in any field, but specifically in basketball, because momentum could change, because energy can change, you want to give that positive reinforcement to everybody, and I try to do that. And I think I echoed the sentiments of my teammates and my coaching staff that we just try to do the right things for each other and continuing to feed each other that positive energy. Like I said, it goes a long way, man.
All right, so I can let you go and get up out of here. The hours that you put in unseen, how does that reflect on the court?
It's a great question, man. Because some nights are going to be pretty, some nights are not going to be so pretty, shooting the ball well. But I made a decision a long time ago that I wanted to be the greatest, one of the greatest to ever play this game. And I know I have other peers of mine that are on that same mission. So we're all competing against each other. I'm luckily fortunate enough to have one of the best to ever play the game in Luka with me. And that's not just saying it because he's here, but I'm not going to gas you up, bro. You are. You know, so we push each other every single day. And, you know, when you make that decision as a young kid that you want to be one of the best of all time, then you're willing to go through the bumps and bruises, the continuous aspects of the journey that may test you mentally and physically. So the moments when you get fatigued, you just think about your 8-year-old self and what you committed to. And that's the perspective I put myself in. It's just I go back to 8-year-old me and write down my goals and who was that kid then and would he be proud of me continuing to persevere into the realm that I'm in now. So just grateful.